I often get asked the question, why did I decide to open up a martial arts school teaching Brazilian Jiu Jitsu after I retired from the U.S. Navy? As some of you know, I did 33 years active duty in the United States Navy. I have a master's degree from Baylor University, and I had a lot of job offers, a lot of opportunities to make a lot more money than what a martial arts school would be able to produce. And I had to make a decision. And I made the decision to open up a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school with my wife because of just a couple sayings. One saying that I'd heard years ago that it always stuck with me is no man on his deathbed ever wished for one more day at work. And the other saying that always stuck with me is no parent with a good heart looks back on their kid's childhood and thinks, man, I wish I hadn't spent so much time with my kids or my grandkids. Nobody looks back and thinks that. At least nobody with a good heart. So my choice of opening up my own business, running a small business, making less money than I could have made, was an easy one because life is about more than just dollars and cents. Life is a beautiful thing, and a lot of us dedicate our lives to just chasing dollars, and we prioritize it over our families. And it's a bad trade-off. It's just, to me, it's not a trade that I'm willing to make. And in my 33 years in the Navy, I was constantly deploying. There was always wars that needed to be fought, things that I had to say goodbye to my family, to go spend 6 months here, 3 months there, a year there. And I remember my 30-year-old son, we went 5 years in a row where I missed his birthday. For 5 years in a row, I was just deployed or somewhere doing Navy stuff, and I missed his birthday. And the crazy thing is that I felt like, man, I was really important. Like it was really important. I was doing what I was doing in the Navy, and it was important. But the irony is after I retired from the Navy in 2019, I noticed United States warships continued to get underway and deploy. The Navy continued to go. The Navy is as powerful as ever today without me. So there was a lot of sacrifices that I made, and I don't regret it. Well, I take that back. I do regret missing a lot of time with my son, with my family. I do regret that, but it was a necessary sacrifice, and I did the best I could. And now that my Navy career is over, I want to spend as much time with my wife and my kids and my grandkids as I can humanly possibly do. So I go to work every day with my wife because she's also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. She's a judo black belt. And we teach Jiu-Jitsu. And my kids come in here and train. My grandkids, when they're staying with me, they come in and train. And so I get like a wonderful amount of family time. So that was the big reason that I made the decision to open up my own business, doing something that I love doing. Like I love teaching martial arts. I love teaching people how to defend themselves against the bullies of the world. I love that, and I get a great meaning out of it. And that was my decision. And also, I love the independence owning my own business gives me. For instance, a couple months ago, my 30-year-old son got really sick, and I was able to just take, a week away from the business and just stay with him in the hospital while he was there. And if I worked for somebody else, I'd have to be like, hey boss, is it okay, that I spend this week with my son as he goes through his medical issue? And it's like, I didn't have to ask anybody. All I had to do was say, hey, can some of my friends, some of my black belts, they're here at the school, can you cover my classes while I do this? And man, there was numerous volunteers because I'm surrounded by wonderful people. So they covered my classes and they allowed me to do what was most important to me, which was be with my son. And then now, my daughter, who's in the Air Force, and she's stationed in Italy, she has a 6-week mission that she has to go on, and she's a single parent with 3 children. There's 10-year-old, 6-year-old, and 3-year-old. And we made the determination that usually when she deploys, the grandkids come and they just stay at my house and we just hang out. We have a wonderful time. But the 10-year-old and the 6-year-old are in school, and we didn't want to move them in April, away from their classmates that they've been with. So we made the decision that this old man is going to jump on a plane this week, and I'm going to fly to Venice, Italy, and I'm going to watch my 10-year-old, 6-year-old, and 3-year-old grandchildren for the next 6 weeks. My wife and my black belts will be running the school. And man, I love that because like I said, you're not gonna look back on life and say, man, I spent too much time with my kids or my grandkids. It's like, no, those are the best times. Those are the best things in life. So owning my own business gives me that flexibility where had I chased some dollars and gone to work for some major corporation, they probably wouldn't have given me 6 weeks off to go hang out with my grandkids. Maybe, but I might not have had a job to come back to. So it's like, it's rather than chasing those dollars, it's like I have my own business. Worst case scenarios, I just close the business down, but I've got my family. And that's what's most important to me. So for you Semper Fortis folks, I'll be gone for the next 6 weeks. Now, what I have done in preparation, for those of you that watch me on YouTube, is I've created a series of videos that's going to explain how to open up your own small business or martial arts school. Brazilian Jiu Jitsu school is, like what my expertise is, but it's small business. And you might be thinking about doing a small business. And so I've had a lot of people who have asked me about, things that they need to do to open up their own Brazilian Jiu Jitsu school or lessons learned, going from working in the military to owning your own small business. And I'm making a series of videos that you'll see, they'll be popping up every Monday, explaining my philosophy, my ideas, some of my lessons learned. And if you have questions or comments, man, please fire below. And I don't know how many videos I'll continue to make on the subject of running a small business and lessons learned from running a small business. But there's a lot to it, and I don't want to shortchange you. So I want to share as much information as I can with you. And any questions that you have, just fire below. Not only on this video, but on all the other videos that are coming up. And if there's anything I can clarify or anything that I haven't answered, I will be more than happy to address it. And maybe at the end or at some point when I come back from Italy in 6 weeks, maybe I'll do a live stream where you can just come in and ask your questions and I'll answer them on the spot the best I can. And maybe I can get my wife, Sway, to help me with that live stream because everything we did, of course, she knows about, she was there with me every step of the way, just grinding hard to make this business work. So thank y'all for your support. Thank you to my students for continuing to support the school and trusting me with your training. And thank you to all my black belts who are covering my classes and making this school go so I can spend time with these 3 beautiful little children that are just going to hang out with their grandpa, and we're going to walk around Italy and do our thing, and they'll continue to go to school, and life will be great. And I'll see y'all in 6 weeks. All right, ciao.